Hey there, it's Robert again from TimeTaker, or what is currently TimeTaker, that is. Because, as you might have guessed from the title, there will be some major changes for the channel coming soon. And this is me kind of venting, trying to explain everything around it, how it will work, etc. And this might become long-winded and way too much information, but I mean, if you're not interested, you can just stop watching, right? So, I will divide the video into two parts. First, regarding the old content, that's been various timers and related stuff, along with collections of cooking and training links, etc. And then secondly, about the new content, which is gonna be miniature wargaming / hobby stuff. So, straight to it. Now, the channel will be rebranded and have new content, but all old videos will be kept, so don't worry about losing access and links. And I will also keep the playlist at the bottom of the channel page, so you can easily find the current timers neatly organized. But once again, no new timers will be uploaded, I'm afraid. Or at least not on this channel. Maybe I will make more available later elsewhere, but not in the near future anyways. And the reasons for the changes is quite many actually. So firstly, since the last major update, YouTube is kind of punishing channels with content like mine. For example, timers and other non-verbal stuff. And it's mainly done by demonetizing them, which hit me hard financially. Now, YouTube kind of tars everyone with the same brush, thinking the content is automated, auto-generated, or something like that. And maybe some channels are, but mine isn't. And despite many attempts at explaining this, I still haven't got monetization back. Sure, about 2 years ago I did get it back for a while, but that was after deleting over 100 videos, which kind of set me back in views and meant not much money anyways. And many people probably think, oh, so you're just in it for the money? Well, for this content, honestly, it's partly true. Because, believe it or not, I've actually spent a few hundred hours on TimeTaker. So everything you see is made from scratch. Each picture and sound has been done individually by me. So it's been a lot more work than most people probably think. Mainly the groundwork, of course, but also the relevant additions to each new upload with tips and links in the description. And about the first year and a half, when I did most of the work, I didn't make any money at all. And then year 2 and 3, not much then either. And then after that, sure, I had like 3 years of decent earnings, but that really felt more like delayed paid for the early years. I mean, sure, anyone can steal pictures and throw them together, or just generate timers in some fancy program, which of course would take barely any time at all. But in reality, it would just get copyright strikes, and at best you would not get monetized anyway. And at worst, of course, the channel can get shut down. But anyways, I simply can't justify spending valuable time making new timers without getting anything back. And at the moment it's kind of squared. And also, it's not like timers generate the most gratifying comments either, to be honest. Which of course can make up for not getting paid otherwise, or at least to some degree. I mean, sure, I've gotten quite many through the years, which I do appreciate, but compared to those, you have no idea how many irrelevant and random comments I get. And besides that, many people just seeking a platform either to be funny or advertise their channel or website, etc. So I've easily deleted about half of the comments I get, and then I've still allowed many that is totally unrelated to my content. But of course there's still a lot of people who find the timers useful too. I mean, otherwise the channel wouldn't have like 12 million views or whatever. So as I said before, I might still consider re-uploading the old removed timers later on, but then it will probably be on another channel or platform entirely. So as the last message to people who have subscribed for my timers, I would like to ask you for a big favor. Which is, I would really appreciate if you would stay on as subscribers and help support me in my new content, whether you're actually interested or not. I mean, it's free after all, and you can just tick off the notification bell to avoid seeing the new content if you wish, and it will be quite helpful during the transition. And I know many people will say, hey, why don't you just make a second channel? Well, that boat has passed long ago. I actually have 3 channels already. So that's one reason. Having yet another channel seems a bit excessive, and since I won't upload any more timers anyway, why not convert this one? And there's of course more reasons too, but I mean, does it really matter to anyone else? And also, while thinking about it, I remember another time when I was on the other side of this. See, I was following a channel for years, and then suddenly I saw a video of the guy apologizing for changing his content and pleading for people to keep supporting him. And I was like, Jesus, stop apologizing. I mean, just do whatever feels right and makes you happy. It's not like I can change your mind. And why the hell would I remove my subscription? It's not like I care which channels I'm sub to since it's free. And eventually YouTube would just stop recommending the videos if I stopped watching, which it did. So basically, I'm hoping most people will see my change as I did his, or something like that. Now then, to my new content. As I said in the beginning, it's gonna be miniature wargaming and a bunch of hobby-related stuff. And the main game is Warhammer Fantasy, or rather 9th Age for the moment, which is the community-based version. That's, in my opinion, currently better. So eventually I will do battle reports for that. And luckily I have always taken a lot of pictures while playing, mainly for evaluating and memories, but I've also kind of had this thought too for a while, so part of collecting has been in preparation for a maybe hobby channel. However, as you probably hear, I'm not the most fluent speaker in English, or rather I'm not that comfortable speaking freely, that is. I mean, sure, I can put words together in a sentence, but it sounds kind of robotic at times, and I have a hard time putting emotion and flow into it. Now, I'm guessing the second half of this video sounds better than the first, so it's partly just relaxing, I guess, but I also need real practice. So, starting off, I'm mostly gonna post wherever I feel like, that's somehow related and I myself find useful or interesting. So for example, reviews, basing videos, various tips, alternative models, making terrain, etc. And I'm not much of a painter, but painting terrain and bases I do have some tips on, so I will probably do a bit of that too. Although it's gonna be more tips on color themes and easier stuff than actually teaching people skill, since I'm really not that good. But before all that, I need to look over my equipment a bit. I mean, my mic is kind of good, but I have no idea what settings I should use on the EQ. So I will have to do some more research to make it sound better. And same goes for the video anyway. I actually have a decent camcorder and a daylight lamp from before, but I do need to buy some more lamps and set up some kind of workplace for the recording. And it has to be portable also, since I don't have a whole room to spare. So that kind of covers it for this video, I think. But I will gladly answer any questions or feedback you have, positive or negative. But I do hope you understand my reasoning for my changes of content and how I've decided to do it. So, thank you for listening and I wish you all the best.